Good morning, boys and girls. It's the Friday before Easter Sunday, and I just wanted to send you a quick hello. I am missing you more and more every day. I love the emails you're sending me. I love the snail mail that you're sending me. Some of you are sending me pictures and videos of what you're doing, and I really hope that you keep sending those because that just makes me feel really happy inside. I did want to let you know that our friend Jackson's birthday is coming up. It's on Wednesday, April 15th, and he's going to be 7. So happy birthday to you, Jackson. I wish we could all be together to celebrate it, but I want you to know I'll be thinking about you on Wednesday. And then on the next day, Thursday, it's our own Kellen's 7th birthday. So that will be on April 16th. And again, I wish we were together, but we're not. So just know that we're all going to be thinking about each other. And when we do get back in school, we're going to have one day where we just celebrate all these different birthdays we've missed when we were gone. So we'll have lots of birthday pictures to take and birthday frames to sign, and you'll get to go in the treasure box and all of those things. So I miss you all very much, and happy birthday to Jackson and Kellen. I just wanted to share with you that this weekend is Easter weekend, and as you know, we all have to practice keeping in touch with our family and our friends, but not always being right in the same space as they are. So this Sunday, I will be having an Easter dinner, of course, with Mr. Peroni and Mara and Emmy. And like we do every year, even though my children are grown, we're still hoping that the Easter Bunny visits and we have an Easter egg hunt. And then since my mom won't be with us, and since and my sisters and Mr. Peroni's mom and dad and his sisters and families won't be with us, we'll make sure that we give them a call and talk to them, or maybe FaceTime, so that we can see each other. And then, as you know, there's Cooper, and he's still at school. He's in his house at college. So what we thought we'd do is we're going to go visit him on Sunday. We've made him an Easter feast, and we'll go and we'll drop it off, right on his doorstep at school, and maybe, he'll come out and we'll have some family conversation for a little bit outside. So that's what we're going to do as a family this weekend. I'm wondering what fun things you're going to do this weekend. I thought it would be a great day to read you The Easter Egg Hunt by Jan Brett. She is another one of my favorite authors. She is the author and illustrator of this book. She has wonderful illustrations. If you have any of her books, or maybe you can buy some of her books for your own library, you are not only going to love the story, but you're going to love looking at her illustrations. They're so detailed. When I look at her illustrations, it helps me think about how I could make my illustrations even better. So this is called The Easter Egg. Cheer up, spring is here. Certainly doesn't feel like spring is here today. There's snow coming down. Time to start on my first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorated the winning egg got to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. Well, Hoppy had been dreaming about being that bunny all year long, and now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looked, rabbits were working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing egg, he thought. I have to tell you, a few nights ago, my girls and I painted our Easter eggs, and we had a lot of fun. Is that a tradition you do in your family too? Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. I'm not sure if I read that right. So as a good reader, I always go back and reread if I think I've made a mistake or if it doesn't make sense. Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. I did read it right, and it didn't make sense, but when I looked up at the picture, it did. So hold on, you'll see the picture. The Easter rabbit will love those colorful flowers, he thought, and started picking flowers for his egg. Here's a basket for your flowers, Hoppy. So you'll see here how he planted eggs right inside. He planted flowers right inside his egg. Chop, chop, scrape, scrape. Hoppy spied Buster Birch carving a magnificent wooden egg. Oh, I wish I had wood for my egg, he wished out loud. Well, here you go, Hoppy, Buster Birch said, and he put a smooth round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. Oh, thank you, Buster. Wow. Each of his friends is giving Hoppy something in every page that we've read. Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight to the chocolate egg that Aunt Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting, squiggles, and bows. Hello, Hoppy, she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. Hippity hop, Hoppy exclaimed. I'll make the Easter rabbit a chocolate egg so sweet it'll make his whiskers tingle. Well, then all of a sudden, Hoppy saw Granny Irene decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool. Then she dipped the egg in pots of yellow, green, orange, and red dye, adding to the design each time. Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. I'll never make an egg that beautiful, he told Granny Irene. She smiled. Try, she said, giving him one of her special tools. Boy, Hoppy loves what each of his friends are making, how they're creating their Easter eggs. And I love always complimenting his friends. It really makes people feel good when you give them compliments and you really mean them. And then I'm noticing that each of Hoppy's friends are giving to Hoppy something to help him create his Easter eggs. Are any of you making a prediction, a good, thoughtful guess right now as to what Hoppy's egg is going to look like? Well, Hoppy was hopping by Hans van der Rabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit, so real that he looked alive. Fantastic, Hoppy exclaimed. Thank you, Hoppy, Hans said. Why don't you make a painting on your egg? And he gave Hoppy a paint and a fine brush. As Hoppy bounced along, a loud boing nearly knocked him off his feet. It was a whirling, twirling mechanical egg. Whoa, Hoppy said. That's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one? Roberto asked. Well, Hoppy tried hard, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up around him. Thank you, Roberta, he sighed, but I think I better make the egg that is right for me. I like what he said there. I need to make the egg that is right for me. We can look around and we can see everyone else's ideas and appreciate them and compliment and think they're beautiful. But the best idea is the idea that comes from you. Hoppy hopped back to the woods and lay down under a tall tree to think. Making a beautiful egg is harder than I imagined, he thought. I guess I don't have to win. I just want to make an egg that I am proud of. Suddenly, the woods rang with the squawking of birds, sounding an alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, calling wildly as if she couldn't decide where to go. An egg had tumbled out of Mother Robin's nest. Inside the perfect blue egg was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until it hatched. Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. "I'll take care of you the best I can," he whispered. Relieved, Mother Robin chirped, and she settled down on her other 2 eggs. Wow, Hoppy has a really big responsibility right now, keeping that egg warm. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, well, he carefully turned the egg in its nest of moss. But if it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. And at night, when wild animals passed by, Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often he heard strange noises coming from above, but Hoppy never ran away. Hoppy's really doing his best, which is what we always say is important at school, to always do your best. Every day the rabbits worked on their eggs. Tadpoles turned into frogs. Buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. Finally, it was the time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. They had forgotten all about Hoppy, who was quietly sitting on the blue egg under the tall tree in the woods. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit. And suddenly, a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist. Can you get a picture of that in your mind? A beautiful wagon rolled towards them out of the mist. So one of the things that Jan Brett does in her books is she has these really neat surprise pages. I would say it's one of her crafts that she does. We talk about author's craft. Illustrators have craft too. So I'm going to show you this page, and then I'm going to show you the surprise page. So first take a look at this page. And are you ready for it? Here it comes. Gorgeous. "Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs," he said, "and when I return, I will show it to you." And he disappeared into the woods. He came back with Hoppy. Hoppy looked scruffy and bedraggled. "Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of," the Easter rabbit told them. "He has kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby bird hatched and she could take care of it." The Easter rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor atop of the wagon. And now they were ready to go. The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised all of them. "It's our best Easter ever, Hoppy," they shouted. Then the brave little bunny and the Easter rabbit rode off together to hide the eggs for girls and boys to find on Easter morning. So boys and girls, I hope you have a wonderful weekend with your family. And I hope you enjoyed this story about Hoppy, who really listened to everybody's ideas, but then came up with his own idea on his own, which was the best for him. He really persevered. He really cared for that mother, Robin. And those are all kinds of things that we talk about how important they are to do in life. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. And I hope I see you soon.